Still
old
does.
people cereal.
Okay.
Or whatever. Let's get it. What's up, guys? Today we're watching. We're reacting to movies that don't feel real.
This is our first video that'll that two dumbasses think that they can
It's
actually
gonna be
compete.
awesome,
Yeah, it's
guys.
gonna
Now
blow
let's
up.
get into it.
We're gonna get so much, guys. All
There's a
right.
common paradox throughout the internet centered around movies that provide an eerie, fever dream like atmosphere. Typically, these films feature
What are those
bizarre,
movies?
vivid,
Hold
or
up. What are those movies? Kangaroo Jack is
Oh,
so good.
I've never watched Kangaroo Jack.
This
I
is so
you
good
know
too.
Fern
And
Gully.
this one. And that one. And that one. And that one. I know like all of these.
Open season is open season is fire,
Where is
bro.
it? Where?
Everyone knows open season.
Oh, yeah, yeah, yeah. Oh, bro,
Um,
dude, I know all of these. Planet
Hoodwinked is a
51,
classic.
Hoodwinked, Spiderwick, Open Season, Legends of the Guardians, Fern Gilly, so good. I had it on VJS.
VHS.
Anyway, yes. I don't know what Mouse Hunt is. I don't know what this. What is that? Wooback?
I don't know what
Wooback
most.
Mountain?
I don't know what most of these are.
The
I
Land
know.
Before Time, Kangaroo Jack. This is a cats versus dogs. I can just tell based off of this.
I feel like I've seen that.
Nine. Oh my god, Dark
Nine was.
Crystal. Dark Crystal, so good.
Oh, I know Dark Crystal. I didn't watch it, but I saw
Wait,
somebody talk about it.
I know that one. Inked Art? Swear to
Huh?
god, I know that. This is the guy who's in Wales, or Whale. I don't remember
Uh,
his name.
uh,
But
I think I know who you're talking about.
but this is a good one. I think. Think so. Stuart Little,
Classic.
mid.
Nine was
Let's set it.
terrifying.
Nine.
Nine was a. I did not know that it was like a scary movie. I just saw my dad watching it once, and started watching with him. That movie was terrifying.
I was gonna rewatch it, and then I kind of was thinking back on it because I started to remember a lot from it, and then I realized it was a really boring movie. Like, it genuinely was kind of boring. And
It was
I
boring, but
might rewatch it,
it was
but
scary for like 8-year-old me.
yeah, I don't know if it'd be scary now, but I'd probably get bored, to be honest. But let's continue.
eerie, fever dream-like atmosphere. Typically, these films feature bizarre, vivid, or
Oh,
uncanny
this is
imagery,
9.
but
Oh
in some
shit.
cases, this
Damn.
feeling is
Scary.
simply a result of the
Zathura!
era
Zathura.
and the
I
nostalgia
Fuck
love
yeah.
that attribute to it. So often, a movie that came out in the early
I don't know
2000s
this
will
one.
have a stronger
I don't know
effect
that
on
either.
someone that grew up in that period. These movies don't always give off the same feeling to everyone who sees them, but there are a lot of
Fever Dream,
examples
what
where
the
the
hell?
notion is widely
Whoa.
shared. While it might be an extremely
I know this
What
one.
is that?
Dude, I know this one.
You know that one? I do
Yes. This is on
I
like
have no
Cartoon
idea.
Network or something. Dude,
not.
I know this one. I
It
know
looks
this
like
one.
but
it looks like
there
an
are a
old
lot of
era
examples where the
YouTube
notion
animation.
Dude, this one is so good. I want to know what it is. I hope it like gets brought up. Maybe it was in one of those movies that was in the back there. Hold on.
It doesn't look like it would be.
No, I don't think so, but that annoys me. It was a
widely
good
shared.
one.
While it might be an extremely niche category, today I want to dive into this phenomenon and
Yes,
look at what
bro.
I define for the most
I know this
fever-dream-esque
one.
films that don't feel real. One of the most popular instances of this is Where the Wild Things Are. The movie's based on a
Yurt.
children's book that was
Yeah.
originally published in 1963 by
Holy-
Maurice Sendak.
Dang,
It
that's
involves
old.
messages of imagination
Old
and
head ass.
appreciating your home, but what stands out in the story are
That's
the
Terry right here.
illustrations of the
That's
wild
Terry.
things themselves. They're these
Or is
weird,
that Terry? I don't know.
monstrous, humanoid
I have no
things
idea.
that are scary enough
I
even
only
as
read the book.
simple
I never watched
drawings
the
in a
movie.
picture book. So when it was translated to a film in 2009,
Gotta rewatch it.
only made the creatures that much more unsettling. While the movie itself received
And they're
stellar
real, too.
reviews, it's understandable that the children watching it
Those
would feel
outfits are real.
confused. There's a particular scene where
What?
Carol, voiced
Yep.
by James
And they-
Those are like,
Gandolfini,
it
No.
looks like
Oh,
CGI.
look, it just posted them.
watching
No,
would feel
it was actually real. And they had monitors inside so that they can see what it looks like from the camera's point of view.
This movie wasn't
confused.
really
There's a particular
expensive
scene
then.
where
Goddamn.
Carol,
Yeah,
voiced by James
it was good.
Gandolfini, gets upset with the main
I gotta
character
rewatch
and
it, though.
starts yelling and pulling off arms. But for whatever reason, it's super
Huh?
intense for something aimed
Wait,
at
what?
kids.
Wait,
and a lot
yeah.
of people remember this part for how much it scared them growing up.
Wait, yeah. I was wondering why it was so scary.
Look, I just went along with it because I knew you wanted it so much. Don't say that!
Oh.
Oh my god.
Carol! What? You lied?
I wondered why I was scared about this movie.
You were supposed to take care of us, you promised.
Oh, man.
To say the least, Where the Wild Things Are has a
Oh.
unique, dreamy feeling about it, and it makes sense that it impacted so many in the way it did. But the next one I want to look at that you may or may not remember is is Arthur and the Invisibles.
I don't.
Released in
Oh, yeah.
This
2006,
movie
Arthur
was.
and the
Oh my
Invisibles is
god.
about a kid
I
named
want-
Arthur who
Wait,
wants
that's
to
the
Wait.
guy. And that's the kid in Spiderwick.
Released in
I- he looks
2006,
really
Arthur
familiar, I
and the
don't-
That is the guy in Spiderwick. Also the guy in Willy Wonka and the Chocolate Factory.
Oh, that's where I've seen him. Yeah.
Yes. That's crazy
I haven't
though.
seen Spiderwick. I don't know what Spiderwick is.
Okay, Spiderwick is basically this book that this kid finds. It's a weird story, weird process. But
These all seem
basically,
like
this
weird
this
stories.
book, it's like Gravity Falls actually a little bit. Spiderwick is like Gravity Falls. It has this playthrough, and then it shows all these monsters, and they start appearing, and then you go through the book, and I'm like, wait, you're this motherfucker, you fucking creep. Stop spying on me. I'm 12. Some shit like that, which they like are in the walls, and it's a troll, and he's a fucking goblin. It's crazy. It was a scary movie. It was also a really scary movie with a really good ending because it was more of like a twist, emotional, because it was like a father who was like died who came back. It was a weird movie, but really good.
Invisibles is about a kid named Arthur who
Bro,
wants
this
to save
this
his
video's
grandma's
better be
house
like
from being
30
destroyed
minutes
by a
long.
real estate
We're 3
developer.
minutes in.
Hey, we're
It
good.
might
We're
not
good.
seem like anything out of the ordinary at first, until Arthur enters a world of tiny nature beings to try to find his grandpa's hidden treasure to save the house. And I mean, just look at it.
Yeah,
The
this is a
year
weird
was
I
movie.
released, the
didn't like
animation is
it.
shaky, and it just doesn't look like many other movies. Pair these off-putting visuals with weird over-sexualization and Snoop Dogg. You get an absolute
Snoop
thrill
Dogg.
out of the movie.
What?
Is that actually Snoop? Oh my god.
The film wasn't very lucrative for the studio, barely breaking even at the box office, yet they still made 2 sequels. But if you saw
What?
any of them, I'm
What?
sure you were thinking the same thing as everyone else. What am I watching?
Yeah,
Taking it
bro.
back
Oh my
In
god.
1988, we have the original Dumbo, released in 1941. I'm not even gonna
I
explain
don't
what
care about
Dumbo
Dumbo.
is because it's a pretty classic story. Just know it's an elephant with some big ass ears. If you don't remember this movie, it might be a little confusing why I included it. And while it is a fairly innocent, fun, animated adventure for the most part, the film takes a drastic
Oh,
turn at a
what is
certain
going on?
point. Dumbo stumbles upon a liquid substance of some kind, which he
Hey.
drinks and
Dumbo
literally
does
starts
drugs?
Lean.
and for a little
Yo,
while,
he's
it turns into a
geeking.
Green lean.
psychedelic visual
Green
acid trip.
lean.
And once again, for the demographic, a scene like this
Dude, I
stands
didn't
out,
know
and
Dumbo
it's
was
led to it having
awesome.
generation
He was a
after
chill guy.
generation wondering if what they watched was real or just in
God,
their
what?
heads.
I've never seen the
Zathura,
movie.
a space adventure,
Come on,
the
put
other
these guys on.
Yeah.
Put these
Five
guys
is a
on.
movie that didn't necessarily have any wildly odd animations, and the effects were
Hell
honestly
yeah.
on par with most releases
Oh.
from that year. However, many people
Oh,
forgot
yeah.
about this movie and thought it was just a dream somewhere in the back of their mind.
That's true,
No
that's
one ever
true.
talked about
Yeah.
the movie. This left me with a concerning belief that I very well could have dreamt the whole thing. It wasn't until I was hanging out with my friends scrolling through Instagram together, we saw this meme that said something along the lines of, "Who else remembers Zathura?
Yeah.
Wasn't it wild?" We both looked up at each other and it was like a light bulb went
Yeah.
off. But Zathura was very real. and
That's
it's actually
literally
pretty
like
solid.
you and
If
me.
you haven't seen it,
Awesome,
it's
bro.
essentially Space
I love
Jumanji. 2
Zathura.
brothers play a board game that launches their
I think it's
house
better
into
than
space,
Jumanji,
and the only way to
personally.
get back is to
Yes, I think the same thing. Also, this kid, who is this kid? Because I swear to God, he's in other movies and I know him.
I don't know.
Because he just seems familiar. But, I mean, bro, all the actors were like on par. And I just loved the way they put everything together to make it more horrorish. I loved it.
The game. It's a really fun. There's something about the film that
man.
can't be
I was just
described.
filling time.
It's very easy to forget, but once you remember it, you wonder how you ever forgot about it. There is a part of the movie where the younger brother Danny has to go down to the basement by himself, and it's inhabited by alien lizard pirates.
This
But
was
the
the
whole scene is
scariest
shot
part.
like a horror movie, and it definitely contributed to my fear of basements as a kid.
This and Home Alone
Yeah.
with the talking furnace.
The talking furnace in Home Alone?
Was it Home Alone?
That's,
Yeah, it was Home Alone.
Was
It was
it?
Home Alone.
I don't think.
The
Was
next
it
movie I
animated
wanna
talking?
look at though is James and the Giant Peach.
Oh,
It's
oh, 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 oh. Do you know this one? Do you know this one? Do
Yeah.
you know this one?
The next
Okay.
movie I want to
Dude,
look at
hold
though
on.
is James and
Oh my god, dude. I love this movie. Again, I had this on VGHS. I am literally this fucking guy.
Yeah, you're James.
Yeah. Like, dude, this was my childhood. I loved this movie so much.
the Giant
Oh,
Peach.
it's
you-
It's by the
wait.
same director as
Pause it for a second. I want to know if you keep saying VGHS because of how many times you watched Video Game High School.
Oh my god, dude. No way. No way. VHS, VHS, VHS.
You keep saying VGHS.
I don't know why. It's cause it's one letter off, and I don't know why, but it's the most recent similarity that I have. So I don't know,
Is
man.
Nightmare Before Christmas, which you can absolutely tell, but this feels a lot more like a nightmare than that.
Dude, I
It's a kid
love
whose
this
parents
movie.
die brutally,
An angry rhinoceros appeared.
I
out
gotta
of nowhere
watch these
and gobbled
movies.
up his poor mother and father.
and one thing leads to another. He
I do
crawls
not
through a
remember
very
that.
large peach through its peach hole, and
Oh,
he's just in a peach with
okay.
an ensemble of freaky bug creatures. Since its
Freaky
release, there's
deaky.
been confusion around what the message of it actually is, as there's so much
Fun.
random stuff to interpret.
Even as an adult,
Who
I
are
have
you?
no idea if this is supposed to be
Bionic
a
pig.
symbol for something or supposed to be an
Yo, what's up,
obstacle
dude?
that he needs to overcome,
Yo,
like
what's up, man?
mentally.
He's got the Doom
or if
creature.
It's just like, you know, throw in a robot shark.
Oh,
You
he's
know,
got- he's
why
got-
not?
Is that Genji?
Yeah, he's got a bunch of Overwatch stuff in there.
Yeah, I remember this too. It
It
was so
features
random.
child labor.
Yeah. Oh, I
my
hate
God.
them. I hate them so much. Oh
I
my
know I
god,
watched
dude.
this movie, but I don't remember
Oh
any of this.
my
This
God,
must have been,
dude.
like, pushed out of my mind. 'cause
Yes, yes.
terrifying.
I don't remember this too, but the thing is, when I was like 5, because that's how young I was when I watched it, I was like 4 or 5, I wanted to punch these fucking bitches. I wanted to fucking hurt them. I hated them so much. Sorry, I'll cut that one out.
And it kind of just pushes this weird narrative that all adults are terrible
Whack.
and evil. James and the Giant Peach
But
is based off
they're
a
good
Roald Dahl
actors.
book from
She could have been the
1961.
female
Adults are
penguin.
Terrible and evil. James and the Giant Peach is based off a Roald Dahl book from 1961,
Roald Dahl.
and a lot of these books
1960
tend to have
again?
more hidden, dark,
Ooh,
mature
Wonka.
messages. But I really just can't help but wonder why they thought this would translate well into a movie in 1996. It's made from stop motion animation, and it doesn't look bad,
Ooh.
but it's another case where the style of it could be seen as pretty unsettling. And even the live action scenes have some scary, weird stuff in them, like
Yeah.
these 2 freaky old ladies or
Yeah.
this creepy dealer dude who's selling stuff to a kid. All of this contributes to it feeling like a dream,
What?
but a lot of people do
What?
like
Bro, why are
James and the
these- why
Giant
are these
Peach
kids
and have
movies
some
involving
deep nostalgia
drugs?
for it. And I can see some
60s,
of the
man.
charm,
Low-key
but
awesome,
overall
though.
it's just so odd.
It was books in the 60s. Yes. Yes, sir. I didn't like the spider. She was my least favorite.
Although a film that
But I
I'm
love
sure
the
most
cricket.
people have never even heard of is Dougal, which
Yeah, I
has a
actually don't know
confusing
this one.
existence to begin with. Let me explain. Originally, there was a British movie titled The Magic Roundabout directed at UK audiences.
Yes,
Well,
Lawrence, of course.
Okay.
UK.
I wouldn't miss it for the world.
Well, don't think you're getting a sugar lump just for turning
Aw,
up.
Sugar? Who needs sugar?
Sugar?
Not me. I quit. This morning.
I'll believe that when I see it.
But for whatever reason, the film was redubbed for American audiences and was retitled Dougal.
Thank
And let's just
God.
say it was not a good decision.
Oh.
Not only did it get terrible reviews, it had a budget of $20 million and only grossed $7 million at the box
Oh.
office. Which is why, for most, their
Yikes.
memories of this film probably came from watching it on DVD or while it was just on TV.
I think
at
I do
some point.
remember
And
this.
with there being 2 different versions,
I remember
watched on
this guy,
DVD
like,
or
doing
while
his
it was
solo,
on
I feel
TV
like,
at some
in a
point.
meme.
And with there being 2 different versions, I'm sure that some remember both, which can make this already forgettable movie that
Why
much
is it so
more of a
grainy?
convoluted memory. Because that seems to be the general consensus
know.
for Dougal. The whole thing
So-
just feels off. Whether it's the bad animation or the odd character design, if Dougal stuck with you, it was probably for the wrong reasons. Spiderwick Chronicles is a
Yes,
movie
sir.
that I think
Spiderwick.
intentionally
Here you go.
creates these feelings. It was released in 2008, and there were many who grew up in that time period that watched the film and completely
my
forgot
God.
about
That's the
it.
guy,
It's a
yeah.
fantasy adventure movie with magic and mythical beings where the whole premise is centered around the separation of the mythical world and the real world. Again, a lot of the characters look pretty uncanny or just outright scary to people who saw it as a kid. But I think one
Yeah.
of the main reasons
wait.
it
Yeah,
had
this
this
sort of
fever
scared me as a
dream
kid.
effect across
Yeah.
the board is that it has
What
the
the
vibe of
fuck?
other popular fantasy adventure stories from the time, like Harry Potter or Percy Jackson, but it
Huh?
never turned out to be a franchise
Yeah.
or took off in any
I
significant
wish.
way. So at the end
I
of the
really
day,
wish.
it was just pushed to the
Look
back
at
of
'em.
people's minds. They did try to reboot it as a series earlier
Oh.
this year, similar to
Oh,
Percy
no,
Jackson,
no.
but it wasn't received very well. Still, though, most people look back pretty fondly on this one. For a movie like 9, however, the biggest
Alright.
contributions to its dreamlike atmosphere are the messages and subject matter at play. When a kid's film has extremely mature themes, it could easily lead to children watching it and feeling so confused by the concepts that it doesn't have much staying power and they forget about it entirely. I think that's the case for a lot of people who watch it.
No way this was
It's
considered
supposed
a
to
kids
take
movie.
place in an alternate
Yeah.
post-apocalyptic
It was
version
PG-13.
of World War II where machines are at war with humans. Watching it as an adult and looking at these symbols, for example, it doesn't take much to see what they were getting at. It absolutely has a unique art style, but it also just has some
Yeah.
terrifying visuals. My personal experience with this movie as a kid was seeing it recommended to me and always thinking it looked too sad or dull for it to be something that grabbed my attention. I probably saw bits and pieces of it, but I never actually processed the whole thing, and even for people who saw all of it as kids, the runtime only clocks in at 79 minutes. It does manage to say a lot in such a short time, and it's pretty damn good. Regardless, a combination of this short
Reminds me of
runtime,
Fallout.
a very somber
Or, no,
tone,
not Fallout,
and standout visual designs left a strange...
What's that one thing called? Valve. It's Valve related.
Half-Life?
Half-Life, yeah. This kind of reminds me of Half-Life.
Kinda.
With the way it has its creatures set up. Like,
Yeah.
it's kind of similar in a way with how the world was ran.
It does
I
manage
think.
to say a lot in such a short time, and it's pretty damn
But
good.
I never played the
Regardless,
game,
a
so
combination of this short runtime,
I've only
a very
watched a
somber
little.
tone, and standout visual designs left a strange impact for many. Anyway, like I said, these movies
Ooh,
impact people
the
differently,
fuck?
so I'd be curious to hear other opinions as well as other films I didn't mention that have the
Hoodwinked.
fever dream effect. But I hope you enjoyed the video, and thank you
Nah.
for watching. See ya.
Hoodwinked was such a strange movie.
Yeah, well, that was the video by Brewski
Brewski.
of movies that don't feel real.
Popped off.
Definitely go
Only 1,000
watch
subscribers.
these.
Only got 1,000 subscribers.
Yes,
What
go
was it?
subscribe to these guys. Link in bio. But
Link in bio.
definitely gonna rewatch a lot of these, and I suggest those who don't know Spiderwick and
everybody go
James
watch
the Giant
Dougal.
Peach, go watch.
Ah,
Yeah, Dougal
Go
for
watch
sure.
Dougal.
Dougal's definitely the #1 show here,
Yes, sir.
guaranteed. All right, and outro.
Outro.
Okay, well I'm
Bye.
still filming, but what's the outro?
Yeah. Anyway, that's really about it. So yeah. Yeah. So that's really about it. See ya.
Okay.